Better bomb, better. Better, 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 better bomb, better. Better, better, better bomb, better. Better bomb, better with the drugs. Better with the big love, with the gun in my brain, gon' bang on. Better with the drama. Gotta grieve my mama.
Welcome back, y'all, to Go Ahead Accept 72 Tarot. Today's reading is going to be done on some information that was given to me by someone, and I've not heard anything pertaining to this, which is kind of scary because I did go to research it. What was told to me was China has the ability to barricade us within the United States, and that's by using cargo freighters that the Democrats have put a stop to unloading because supposedly the Democrats have control over the import and export business. Now, they're saying that the West Coast is already blocked off, and China is supposed to have us completely surrounded by February. Now, this is to keep our military from being mobile globally, which also reduces our ability to defend very greatly because you can't do everything by air. Now, spy satellites have confirmed 40,000 troops, their presence from China that is in Canada, hiding in the Yukon, ready to attack. This allows them to attack the U.S. from the north, puts them right in between us and Canada. The purpose in this attack is supposedly to force us in surrendering our government and control over our population. This is some big news. Now listen, I researched this, or I attempted to, and when researched, what comes up are just a few online articles, and it was from Business Insider, same person or same entity, from December of 2019. Now, the way that they tell it is not that it's to take control over and to start, another war or to attack. They're trying to sell it as it is for the purpose of becoming the number one port supplier. Now, if you go and look, China is already the number one supplier. They've got all five of their ports. Well, five of their ports are listed as the largest ports in the world. That's the placement of. Now, why would they lie about the purpose and say that it was for gaining that number one supplier spot when they're already there? That makes no sense. Furthermore, notice I said that a few online articles. There are no news reports. There's no mention of anything of this sort by any other political platform. There's those couple articles and that is it. And it's not even telling it like it's supposed to be. Now, something of this magnitude, that should be broadcasted to inform the public. They've known about this since 2019. Why would you just sit back and allow another country to overthrow you and take control over the free world? That's just something that puzzles me. I don't know the answer to that. But what we're going to do a reading on is how factual that this information is. If this is something that's going to come to pass, or that's I don't say come to pass because there's an alternate ending to everything. Is this a warning to get ready for this or to prepare for this? Or is this just another conspiracy theory? So that's what we're going to look for today, the answers that we're going to look for. And I'm going to do this a little different. I don't have any questions for this. So I'm just going to throw the cards and let the cards explain to us what they want us to know about this situation as far as with China. If this has any weight to it. Now, apparently, like I said, they've already located 40,000 troops to the Yukon. So that puts them in position. That means they're already ready. They're just ready, waiting for the signal to attack. And with us having our ports control manipulated to China, no access to them, that puts us on the ground pretty much, or the air only, and very significantly reduced in being able to defend ourselves. So it would be very likely that this could be called a war tactic, a war move. Okay, so I'm going to draw 5 cards, or lay 5 cards, and we're going to let the cards tell us about this situation with China. If this is a conspiracy theory, or if there is weight to this. This card fell out of the pile. So there's an extra. So I would say 6 in there. Okay, the card that jumped out, the jumper card, I'm going to read it last. I'm going to do these 5 first. Okay, his first card is the Queen of Pentacles. That card represents a high social status, prosperity, wealth, luxury, success, and financial independence. It tells us to approach issues in a sensible, practical, no-nonsense manner to be successful. It's also a card of setting goals and working towards them at a steady pace. It's also a benefactor card. So this looks like already this is telling me that this information is 100% correct. That it is true, and it's true in all of its form. Because it's telling here right here how you would win a war against China. And that is approaching the issue or the war in a sensible, practical, no-nonsense manner that will make you successful, and to set goals and work towards them at a steady pace. Alright, the next card is going to be this 3 of Swords in reverse position. This card is very direct in its meaning. It reveals the pain of truth, and it's accompanied by arguments and drama. It also represents overcoming unhappiness, sorrow, sadness. It's a card of optimism generally. It's getting over the worst part of a bad event. Now, I feel like when it goes back to saying the pain of revealing the truth, I think that's going to be in reference to all the people that are still asleep, that aren't recognizing the government for what it truly is, that they really don't give a shit about you, that these magic potions and things that they're trying to mandate is not for the purpose that they say it's for, that they do have trickery and underhanded activities as cloning, manipulating DNA, all that stuff, the depopulation, what you commonly refer to as the Illuminati or the elites, that all this stuff exists, and a lot of things that exist that would be really hard for a lot to comprehend. But that's going to be the pain of truth. All this is going to be revealed. All this, whatever they would say, the black hats, the white hats, however you want to call it, whatever you want to label it. That's also the representing overcoming sadness and unhappiness, getting over the worst part of a bad event. That's going to be the feelings after the shock of what the whole China thing starts up. Because a lot of people is not going to believe that that's what's about to drop, what's about to happen. Because if you can't prove your source, then, but that is going to happen. This thing with China is definitely going to happen. The next card is going to be the Ace of Swords, and that's the upright meaning, being prosperous in every aspect of life. It overrules any kind of negative minor arcana cards close by, which I don't see any. This is actually a completely 100% positive reading. I see no negative cards in here. It overrules any negative cards. It predicts new beginnings that bring action, drama, immediate changes for the better. Once again, going back to this, it also shows that mental agility and assertiveness, treating people the way that you would like to be treated, being mindful of that is how you get success, or how you'll be successful. It brings focus on the life area according to the suit. Now, this is Pentacles, which is the most of it is Pentacles. And Pentacles relates to family, financial matters. So that would make 100% sense going along with the rest of this. Now, the next card is the Fool. It signifies a calculated risk, a journey ahead, not without danger. It also brings an opportunity for the prospect of a new life, a new way of living. It's positive new beginnings, exciting, unexpected new adventures. So, what this looks like is that whatever China is trying to establish, whatever they're trying to be successful in, which I truly believe it would be, overthrowing or having our government surrender and taking control over the free world. Going to war would be a definite calculated risk. It's definitely going to be a journey without its danger. But going back to the rest of these, being mental agility, assertiveness, no nonsense, approaching it with a sensible, reasonable demeanor, setting goals, working toward them steadily. That's what will be successful, will make you successful, make us successful. And that will going to open up a new opportunity, a new way of living, but for the better. And I would agree with that. I think we need a reset of some kind. I don't necessarily agree with, knocking people off or population control and one area or one class that's the rulers over everybody else. I don't necessarily believe in that, but I do believe a restart would be very beneficial. Now, the last card is the Seven of Pentacles. That's things coming to fruition and yielding results from that. It's a card of doing, a card of action, not philosophizing, not for sitting back and reminiscing or relying on it. It's of doing. It tells us to keep the focus that success is around the corner, but the road leading up to it will be tedious, tiring, and relentless. So I look at it being, what it looks to me like is this will pop off with China. Somehow, somewhere along, at the beginning, on to the middle, it will appear that we may be losing control, or that they may have the upper hand somehow. But by following what it says here, mental agility, assertiveness, rational, making goals, that tells me that keeping that focus, even though the road to it's going to be tedious, tiring, and relentless, that success is around the corner, which is going to bring for us a new way of living, a new beginning, but a positive change, an unexpected positive change. So this has kind of got me excited a little bit, because that opens up a new way for, I think, new laws need to be wrote, new descriptions on exactly how much power that our government has over us, enforcing our rights back, getting back the ones that we've lost. Now, the last card, the main last card, which was the jumper card, is the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is a revealing card. It's progress, a prosperous beginning. It's the bearer of good news in earthly matters pertaining to business, finances, education, and travel. It's telling you that the progress and the success comes with a caution. You need to pay attention to all detail, practice diligence in all practical affairs. So this is the end cap for me right here. This right here is telling, it's confirming all this of what I just, putting it all together, what I just said. It's progress, a prosperous new beginning, but now it's not going to come without its dangers, and it's testing. It's testing and pulling how much you can take without snapping. It's just going to have to be a focus. So that means everything that was told to me in its entirety is true. I just don't know. I'm just really confused on why this is being kept from us, and we've not been informed, because this is going to leave us like sitting ducks. There's be a way without defending ourselves, especially if our military is compromised. That would be a good reading for another time. So I like to look at why and what is the purpose behind all that. But this answers for what I asked tonight, what I wanted to know the truth of it, the matter was. So that's something to look forward to. Just something that a lot of people need to really take heed to. It's a warning that this is about ready to happen. Thank you for spending part of your day with me and listening to this read. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, this is the Truth Confederacy, signing off.
Better bomb, better bomb.